Welcome to the one and only Gorilla Cookie Radio Show. And now, here's your host, Jason Cook.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the Gorilla Cookie Radio Show, coming to you once again. It's Friday. You know, ever since I started this thing, man, I wanted to have a theme. You know, I wanted to do something about the Valley. That's where I'm from. I got a lot of friends out here that represent big time, man. So tonight, I think I set something up, you know, and that's one thing that I like about doing this, and something that I've learned since the first show, this being the second installment. I thought I would bring in a friend of mine, and you know, I'm sure many more to come. But the theme of the day is the Valley culture, tattoos, music, all the things that makes the Valley great, man. Food, Mexican food, are you kidding me? I don't know. You know, I know everybody out there can't be from LA to know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm saying this Valley thing, if you've never had Mexican food in the Valley and you've only ever eaten it in North Carolina or some BFA place out there which doesn't have anything, any of that flavor, man, you don't know what you're missing, trust me. Same thing with Valley culture. If you've never been here, you don't understand it. Well, maybe that's what I'm trying to get some of you caught up on. So right now, I want to bring in some music right here. Actually, this one's called "You Bring the Devil" by a band called the Jane Does. And this all plays into what I want to talk about today. But I'm going to play a little bit of music first, and you know, break in slow. And when my guest gets here, we'll have a little chat.
You bring the devil. You bring the devil up in me. You bring the devil. You bring the devil. You bring the devil up in me. I can't keep it down, no. I can't keep it down, no, no. I can't keep it down, no, no, no. Oh, here it comes. Keep it down, no. I can't keep it down, no, no. I can't keep it down, no, no, no. Here it comes. You bring the devil. You bring the devil.
So once again, the theme of the week and special guest of the week is my friend Brandy Phillips. She's excuse me, I'll say that a little slower just so everybody gets the real, because you are something to take in. My friend's name is Brandy Phillips, and she is an entrepreneur of sorts. I'm actually going to let her tell you the whole story, but this station, or excuse me, this show is completely dedicated to you, Brandy. So I brought you in special. I picked a lot of the songs based on, the way I felt like you represented. And as you guys can see, she's number one, beautiful. Number two, beautiful in a completely unique way, where she just represents the Valley so well for me that I had to bring her in. But so first up, well, let's have Brandy come on in real quick. I'm going to turn your mic so you can talk, and let's just do a little test. Testing. What do you got? Is that you? Ooh, wait, a little louder, a little closer.
Hi, guys.
Ooh, oh man. She's got the sexy radio voice going on. All right, well, but the first thing that popped out of my mind was that you got this what is it, a company that you're doing?
Yes. I have a company that I'm starting up. It's called Burn Beautiful, and it's dedicated to all the women out there and men of any kind of scars, burns, any kind of tragic thing that has happened to you in your life. And my message to all of you is that you can cover up those painful scars with beautiful art, as I did. I was burned in a car accident when I was 15 years old, and for 17 years I stayed covered up until one day about 4 years ago I was presented with the option of being able to cover up my scars with beautiful tattoos. And as you can see now, it's kind of hard to even see that I'm a burn victim.
It was the first thing that kind of struck me about you when I first saw you was, wow, that you've got a lot of tattoos. But in no way does it seem offensive at all to me. Like, I don't know, maybe that's just because I'm semi-used to it, but I'm saying I love it. I think it looks amazing. And I think what you're doing as far as the burn victims and whatnot, now that's tattooed moms, or that's also the Burn Beautiful side of things?
That is the Burn Beautiful site. I did start it. It is in the process of being up and running. I'm going to be starting a clothing line, that'll be out soon. Tattooed Moms is just kind of something else that kind of fell in there. That is something else that we'll be starting.
Nice.
Eventually.
Well, this is all a little new to all of us, so I'm actually in the process of trying to do a radio show. So, hi out there, everybody. For those of us who are trying to do anything in life, you know how hard it is. But another guest speaker. No. That's the beauty of the internet. Is is that too loud?
Just a little bit.
Oh, right. Oh yeah, there you go. That's your fearless leader of Geek Speak Radio, man. Thanks so much for helping me out with that. And like I said before, I'm still getting used to this. So, anyways, right now I want to play this song right now. It's called Burn. And by a band called Hidden Among Us. And once again, this show is dedicated to you, Brandy, but we're going to come right back and talk a little bit more.
Thank you.
coming back, and I'm having some technical difficulties already. My headphones are all screwed up. There we go. Now we're back. So once again, I'm back with my friend Brandy, and we were just having a little chat about some of the other things that she's involved with, some of the people she's involved with, and we're gonna get all into that. In fact, from the beginning, that's kind of what I wanted this show to always be about. So it's a work in progress, and I'm always happy to do it that way. It's, I'm sure all of you guys out there are just still catching up, and I'm hoping that some of the music we're playing is catching people's interest, but also some of the things we're talking about, because that's, really, it's not just to hear the sound of my own voice. It's so that you guys out there in radio land, and that being the internet, which is worldwide, I hope you're catching some of the vibe we're putting out there as far as just Valley culture, and it's universal too, man. I mean, no matter where you're from, there's an element of people all over the world that think it's cool, and I'd really appreciate if some people would give us a call in, man. If you're into it, it's all about that whole vibe. So anyways, right now we're playing System Control from Voice of Addiction. That's the background anyways, but some of the other things that you were talking about while we were playing the music, Brandy, what are some of the other things that you're involved with, or can you even talk about them, or is it top secret?
No, it's not top secret. I am also involved with a group called GOK. That is Girls of Chaos. It is one of the hugest following on Facebook. It's a group of guys and girls that are tattooed, and it's a beautiful thing. My biggest thing is I always tell people, never judge a book by its cover. Clearly one of those.
Right.
Yes. Also wanted to mention the shop that I had gone to when I first started doing this. That's Charlie's House of Tattoos in Simi Valley, California. Mm. Charlie Hyde is my tattoo artist and one of the most amazing guys who has changed my life, literally.
Very cool.
I thank him. I appreciate him very much. So if you guys are ever interested in really having some amazing artwork done, especially if you are a burn victim, a scarred victim, or anything, Charlie is the man to go to.
I remember that, and truth be told, you and I are only really just recently acquainted. I mean, we've known each other in certain circles for a long time, but it was, I could just see under tattoos that you were burned a long time ago, but I wasn't sure if it was recent. I didn't know that it happened when you were young. We never really talked about it, so whatever. It's kind of, it's a sensitive issue. I'm not gonna just come right out with it, but now that it's on the front page, I think it's a really interesting way to get around that. And I know that it's not only just tattoos. I mean, in other words, I would have always thought tattooing over scars would be difficult. Do you say that would be something that people could use to also cover up some other, God knows you could be uber depressed in a past life and be one of those people that's just, on all sorts of, medications to keep you mentally stable, and you cut on yourself, or you've got burn scars, or you've got various other things that can do it. You can tattoo over tattoos, or you can tattoo over scars, and obviously it looks amazing. It's not like distorted at all. Bringing up the cutting thing, I actually just had last week. I actually had 2 people approach me about my tattoos in a store. They came up to me and out of just awe, because you can see the burns kind of, but right. They could see it, and one of them happened to be a cutter, and she was interested in having those
those scars decorated with beautiful art, and I just expressed to her how amazing that would be. And
Right.
I mean, it's just, you can take such painful memories. I also have a friend of mine that had a double mastectomy, and they had screwed up her chest so bad. And the
Could you this is internet radio, so we can say what we like here, you know. The gamut, basically.
He murdered it.
Right. Oh, so you're saying that, well, okay, so it was breast.
She had them both removed,
Okay.
and the scarring that this doctor had left was just brutal.
Horrendous.
And the same artist who did my burns tattooed a beautiful bikini piece on this woman, and you can't tell. You can't see the scars, and now her chest is just this beautiful piece of art.
Right.
So I just want people to know that, you know, I mean, when I was, to kind of elaborate on this, I was in Savage Magazine last year. They did a 4-page spread on me about my car accident. I was in a double car
Hold on,
explosion.
looks like we got a call coming in.
Oh, yay.
Let's see if I can pick it up. Where are we? Where is it? Come on, somebody help me out here. How do I pick up this thing? I don't see it. Hey, if you're calling in and you're listening, man, you might have to call back. But we'll take it as soon as I figure out how to pick up the phone. I will, trust me. Where's it coming in? Can I get some technical support? Technical support. Technical support. I don't see it. I remember when we first started doing this show, they couldn't figure it out either. Like, oh, I don't know. I wonder if that was a Skype call. Could have been. Well, hey man, call back, because yeah, you're definitely welcome to hear it. How do I pick this up, Mike? There it is. Okay. Well, I'm not going to call out the number, man, but call back. We're definitely into it, and I think we're touching on a great subject right now, because I actually dated somebody that had a lot of scarring, and you know, I always thought, like, I wonder if, and that was the whole plan. I remember is let's get that covered up. Let's, you know, I mean, because people look at scars like that and they go, whoa, you are a little bit, you know, you're okay. Well, we all know what you're gonna think when you see that sort of thing, but it's like once you've gotten over that issue in your life and you know you're more comfortable, the only thing I could think is looking at it might take you back to that place. Why not cover it with something that can help you remember why you're moving forward in your life, right?
It is amazing. I mean, like I said, I was 15 when I was in a double car explosion. The guy I was with was killed. Oh, there we go. Hi.
There it is. All right, let's answer. Sure. Hello.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Oh, nice. Hey, welcome to the Gorilla Cookie Radio Show.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You got some questions?
Yeah, you know, this is kind of a little bit odd, but, you know, I was thinking, you know, would this also apply to, like, an animal, too? You know, if my animal were to, you know, the reason why I'm saying this is that, you know, I've got an animal that was actually, unfortunately, it was caught inside of a house fire, rescued, and then, you know, it's basically suffering, especially out in the immense heat and all that. You know, and I figured I was going to get a tattoo to kind of make it feel better.
What sort of animal is it?
You know, it's actually a boxer.
It's a dog.
Boxer.
Yeah.
It's a dog. Okay, this is an interesting one. You know, there's actually not to make light of the very serious situation that we're talking about here, but you know what? It is a way of kind of relieving that, you know, the angst that's associated with those certain things. But as far as tattooing animals is concerned, I have just recently discovered that you can pay about $30,000 for a fully tattooed pig these days. There's a guy that's tattooing pigs in like Louisiana.
The repercussions from what people think about doing
Animal abuse.
So, you know, that's part of the reason why my apprehension. You know, but the dog is a beautiful dog, and you would tell that, you know, dogs get emotional too, right?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you know, I mean, it's badly scarred, and, you know, I mean, I would just be apprehensive because I would think that, you know, most people would look at it and say, well, you know, you're tattooing your dog. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, some people might take it as animal abuse in a way because the dog's already been through so much.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. That's riding a very fine line. They do actually say, because the guy sedates the pigs when he tattoos them, so really when they wake up, they have no idea what's happened. I mean, so there is that.
I mean, that's really this is one of the topics that you never hear about, and to listen to the story, it's very inspirational, and I'm just saying, you just don't hear this on the radio too often.
Here's the thing, and this is the bottom line when it comes to abuse of animals or so-called abuse. If the tattooing is something that, in other words, the dog is not going to be affected by, its image. Okay, so if it's got a scar or it's got this, whatever, that's not going to be a thing.
It's a 95% body burn.
Does the tattooing actually benefit the animal ultimately? That would be the only reason I could see justifying doing something like that, because otherwise, it's definitely not because you want the neighbors to, think how cool your dog is all tattooed. They're going to be like, you're an a-hole basically for tattooing your dog. Why put the poor animal through more suffering that is already gone? But if
and I kind of agree. That's part of the reason why I didn't do it. But I would just like to do some really, really cool kind of a design, like maybe some Aztecs across.
You know what? I have an idea. I have a really good idea for you. What you should do is you should design a special garment that fits your dog specially, and have whatever kinds of designs of tattoos. Because this is something else that I want to do. When you're a burn victim, you have to wear a mesh garment for months and months so your scars don't raise. And one of my other things that I want to do is I want for little kids and adults and everyone that have to wear those garments, I want them to be able to design it. So if a little girl wants one arm to be Hello Kitty and the other arm to be flowers or whatever, instead of these ugly nude looking garments that we have to wear, that is something else that I'm in the process of wanting to do, is design these garments for these kids and adults out there that can't exactly go the step that I was, or maybe they were burned. I mean, I was burned pretty bad. I had skin grafts done all up my left arm, if you can see. They were holes in my arms, but I was lucky enough that I was able to do what I did. But I'm thinking the best thing that you could do is you could specially design a garment for your dog that's going to fit your dog, and design it however you want with any kind of beautiful art that you want, and I'm sure your dog would wear it proudly. I had a boxer too, and I know how emotional and sensitive and loving and caring they are.
Yeah, he's one of the family. I mean, you just got to really take good care of these animals. And I guess it's just like with any member of the family, you're going to want to do whatever's the most beneficial to make it feel better.
Exactly.
I have to say, this is definitely one of these situations where you're turning something, that is potentially really life-altering, and really creating a brand new, image, and just a lighter side to something out of a tragedy. Essentially.
Yeah, this is something that I have lived with since I was 15 years old. I'm 35 now. I'm a mom of 2 kids, and it's after 4 years ago, my whole life has changed. So.
Well, I can imagine. Well, I'm looking at you on the stream right now, and let me tell you, honey, you look fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for calling in, man. I appreciate it. It's a different take on the exact topic we're talking about, but good luck to you, and good luck to your dog, and if anybody else wants to call in and talk about this, about especially Brandy, her tattoos, her desire to help other people,
questions about it.
Yeah, questions about it. Go ahead and do so. The number out here is 213-973-2977. That's 213-973-2977. And you can also Skype us on X-Site, S-I-T-E, radio. So, right now we're playing Without a Fight. Obviously, we've been talking over it the whole time. And we got a bunch of other songs that we haven't even managed to hear too much of. But, again, we're on topic right now, and I'm loving it. So, I hope other people are hearing this and thinking, hey, maybe I could do something like that. And it's true. I've actually been burned somewhat significantly in my life, to the point where at least the skin completely scrubbed off my entire stomach from getting hit with a bunch of my radiator exploded on me. And I thought, I was like, oh, dang, that sucked. I better go and get a shower. By the time I hit that shower, I was completely stripped. So I did the whole, silver iodine thing and all that for a long time, and the bandages and all that business, but never got scarred from it. But there are multiple levels of burning, clearly, so you had a very creative out as far as that was concerned. And like as you were saying, a lot of people can't afford it. I mean, let's be honest, but actually I would tend to think that a lot of tattoo artists would probably give you a break, or at least feel like sympathetic to your cause,
Yeah, I would hope so, but in the long run, if you think about it, getting tattooed over scars like this is a lot cheaper than insurance these days, and the risk of any kind of infection or anything, especially being a burn victim and the surgeries that they wanted to do to me at the age of 16, I mean, it consisted of putting balloons in my arm and stretching my skin for weeks at a time and cutting off, and I mean, it wasn't something that I wanted to go through. It wasn't guaranteed. It was a high risk. And then when I was presented with this, I mean, what risk is there other than you end up looking beautiful afterwards, with just beautiful ink that is becoming more and more acceptable in this world.
And you're a work in progress even now. You've just recently done some of your, obviously most recent work, but is it still thematic? Is it still carrying on? Oh, you know what? We may actually be going into commercial. Let's talk when we get back, and this is Gorilla Cookie Radio. Thanks so much, guys.
Entertains and delights your fragile little minds with original music, unique celebrity guests, and original insight into what you care about. You can be part of the discussion live and share your thoughts, engage with his guests, and delve into the mind of the American Psycho. Every Friday at 8 Pacific, only on Excite Radio.
Katori Magazine has been reborn. New articles, new features for those who demand to stay on top with what you care about. Music, art, politics. KatoriMagazine.com. A different kind of magazine for a different kind of generation. Katori Magazine.
Feeling lonely, depressed, or suicidal? Then why not rescue a kitten? Kitten Rescue is the largest animal rescue on the West Coast. They specialize in special needs or shelter-rescued animals who need a loving home and a friend. So put down that razor, get off that chair, unplug that radio, step out of the tub, and visit kittenrescue.org and browse through our selection of happy and healthy animals who want you to take them home and have them become part of your meaningless, pathetic existence. Bring some purpose into your life at last with the gift of joy and responsibility. Rescue a kitten.
Why don't I have any friends? Why doesn't anyone like me? Why was I beaten unmercifully just for walking into that kid at school? Because you're a geek. Attention, nerds, geeks, goofs, dorks, and dweebs. You now have friends. That's right, you heard us. Want a friend? Come join us live every Friday at 5 Pacific on Excite Radio. Unveil and expose geek life on Geek Speak. Because if we don't, who the fuck will? Call in via voice, Skype, or instant message. You can now watch us live on Ustream and subscribe on iTunes. Be there or be a fourth-dimensional rectangular object with parallel areas that intersect to form a shape.
Broadcasting live from Los Angeles on XSiteRadio.com.
Ever wanted to know how music really works? Revolutionary musical scientist and mathematician Alex Sioris is breaking new ground with his incredible new insights into music and the way the brain thinks. With colors, shapes, and numbers, Alex has been able to unlock the secrets of music that traditional music theory is shrouded in mystery for hundreds of years. Learn the secrets of chord theory, scales, and so much more in a simple musical circle. Now you can get a glimpse of ecometry in the form of an easy-to-use musical cookbook on your iPhone. Visit iTunes App Store now and do a search for Ecometry or visit ecometry.com. ECHOMETRY.com. Ecometry, because music theory is a convoluted bitch.
Yo, me and Paulie, we like to tune into the motherfucker. What's the name? Excite Radio? Yeah, they say the world's listening. If that's true, we're gonna have to get rid of the evidence.
My name is Mighty, last name Boyd, and I'm riding on a mountaintop on my trusty horse. I never leave my radio at home. I've Excite Radio on my phone. Listen live, interact, stay connected.
ExciteRadio.com.
World famous DJ Damien V hosts the Sunset Island Music Radio Show, bringing you the worldwide weekly top 25 of original music. Come savor your exclusive taste of the best music from unsigned artists across the globe. Tune in every week and enjoy the best original music that is shredding the indie charts. Tune in to Sunset Island Music Radio Show on Excite Radio. Fridays at 3 p.m. Pacific. You may also subscribe to the podcast at iTunes and get exclusive access to the show before it airs live. Rock on with your bad self every Friday at 3 and be in the know. Over 2 million listeners enjoy the sounds from the Sunset Island Music Radio Show every week on several stations around the world. Come and join in on the fun now on Excite Radio.
All us fly bitches, we listen to Excite, motherfucker, 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 motherfucker. All us fly bitches, we listen to Excite, motherfucker, 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 motherfucker. Excite Radio.
Yeah, you're happy when you listen to this show.
Excite Radio. The world is listening.
At Healthy You Herbs, we are an authorized new body distributor. We offer only 100% all-natural herbal products with no additives or preservatives at the lowest possible prices. We pride ourselves on providing the best products for your well-being and to ensure you have access to essential supplements vital to the human body. Visit us online at healthyyouherbs.com. Healthy You Herbs, your health depends on us.
When you have that, not-so-fresh feeling, reach for the cool, refreshing With Boxoblast, you can rinse away your unwanted smells and bacteria with our patented vibrating insertion nozzle. Just connect to any average garden hose, gas pump, faucet, and you're on your way to a sparkling clean Snatch-A-Heem. At your local Walgett or Tarmart today. Keep your lady parts fresh and clean.
Hey kids, what time is it? Time to get a watch? Stop asking me for the fucking time. Jeez, this is getting old, man. No, it's not 4:20. No, it's not half past the monkey's ass quarter to his balls. Look at your smartphone or on the top right of your computer screen. That's the fucking time, you jackass. Get bent.
Hey kids, don't you hate it when you're trying to listen to the radio and someone is constantly interrupting you? I want to watch TV. Now, there's a solution. Hey mommy, what you doing? It's called Boomstick. You can eliminate any and all unwanted annoyances with one single click. Hey sis, come play with me. Boomstick. Try the Boomstick. Boomstick. Problem solved. Boomstick. Says, leave me in peace. Boomstick.
Boomstick requires a license. There's a 3-day waiting period. Cannot be used by owls. Offered not valid in the northwestern part of Canada or anywhere else. Valid while supplies are limited. There are no supplies. This is limited. This product does not exist. May result in legal proceedings or many hours spent incarcerated. Kids, do not try this at home or get your parents' permission. This is an extremely long disclaimer. When will it end?
Guess who's back?
No, not them. I think they were in some kind of accident.
Laura Penn returns to Excite Radio for the Laura Penn Happy Fun Time Hour every Friday at 11 p.m. Pacific. Join Laura and her special guest as they showcase musical talents live, in-studio performances, and much more. Get your fill of happy every Friday at 11 only on Excite Radio and iHappy Podcast. Excite Radio, we know how to give good head.
I want more! Wanna be
on Excite Radio.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This one I had to pick. It's called The Price of Wine, but I thought it was, and that's W-H-I-N-E. You never struck me necessarily as a whiner. You were a pretty interesting girl. You've had an interesting life, and I think it's reflected in all this art that you've got going on. Not every piece has a meaning, I'm assuming.
Almost every piece has a meaning.
Really?
Almost every piece does.
Nice. Now, is it sort of an existential meaning or something that was like, this is like literally something that I did because it had everything to do with what was going on with my life?
And a lot of it is who I am inside, the kind of person that I am. A lot of it expresses the anger that I went through after my accident. Like I said, I was 15. I was in the hospital for about 3 months, and when I got home, my mom passed away with cancer immediately. So a lot of my bloody brass knuckles that says beat down, the big fuck off that says right here on my arm.
Whoa, sweetheart. This is a family show.
There are some anger tattoos. I do have a beautiful piece of a grenade with angel wings on my back that is kind of me in a way that everybody always thought that, I was a walking time bomb, being in an accident, losing my mom, my dad moving away. Was kind of left to grow up on my own ever since I was 15 or 16 years old. So I just remember a girlfriend of mine committing suicide in high school, and I'll never forget the mom calling me and telling me, out of everybody, we thought that you would have been somebody, because the guy that was killed in my accident meant a lot to me as well.
Right.
And so I lost a lot of people in a very small amount of time, and that grenade with wings represents me. That, I went through a lot. I am a walking time bomb, but I can rise above it.
Right.
So that is the meaning of that on my back.
So in a way, and just in a segue kind of way, the art that you've done is not only to cover up scarring, which is has a physical impact on you, and the way other people perceive you and the way that you perceive yourself, but also in a mental sense, you've kind of documented your life on your skin, and I'm sure at some point, especially considering how much it costs to do it, you might strip it all off and hang it on the wall.
Hang it on the wall. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, if you could, but you could always pass that, right down to somebody else, I suppose. But in a lot of ways, you've found your peace and serenity in the artwork that you've done. And so getting back to that segue that we were talking about, a few months back we had a guest come on. He was the guitarist from a band called Depswa. It was a buddy of mine, and of course Brandon's from the Liquor and Poker show that we were doing at the time. Pretty cool head, so I thought I'd put up some of their music. In fact, I got another one on the list, but I like this one a little bit. It's a little bit chill, but I want to play it real quick. It's called Peace and Serenity from Depswa.
Makes it hard to find my
right, guys, we're back. This is Gorilla Cookie Radio Show. Once again, winging it big time. But I was just telling Brandy, we're not going to ring this one out this time. But what we really want to work on, or I want to work on, and have my friends help me work on, is talking about the things that you guys want to listen to. I mean, if it's lame, like I told her, hit me with it. I don't want to, be cheesy or stupid at all. This is a music show, or at least from the outset it was. But I always wanted to do something that really represented the Valley, something that represented the flavor that's coming out of it, and the music that's coming out of it, and just what sounds good. That's that was my take on it from the get-go. But the culture and people's experiences and the way that they've coped with their problems and even all the, especially the positive things that have come from it. That's the most interesting thing, is people's struggles, people's backgrounds, where they could have very easily fallen through the cracks. They could have very easily gone the other way. And we've all had our moments, but I've rebounded. I know you have.
Yeah.
We've all come through the fire. You literally. So,
yeah.
No pun intended. But I want to play music that reflects that, and I want to have more conversation, in the future. So any of you guys out there that are listening, especially some of you new listeners out there from the Pacific Island Radio, huge listenership. Hopefully you guys are catching some wind of this. We're gonna try and blow it up, man. And that's really all I care to do. So once again, I don't want to blow this one out so much, because next week, if you're out there now checking it out, cool. But I don't want to ring it out. I think we're gonna have a little bit more to say next time. So right now I'm gonna play another song. In fact, it's the one that's going on behind me. It's called "The Real Me" from Hidden Among Us. My friend Brandy's in studio.
What's up, guys?
I know most people out there, if you're listening to the radio, you might as well be watching it. I mean, God knows we're prone to act stupid up in here, but we're not. We're not making total fools of ourselves. At least trying. So, if you want to call in again, I'm going to give you guys the radio number. It's 213-973-2977. And we're talking about the rebound and the reflection, especially in the art and, of course, the music as well, from certain negative things that have taken place in your life.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wax poetic. Otherwise, you guys can hit us up on Skype at SITE Radio, X-Site Radio. This is Gorilla Cookie Radio, and we're going to finish this one out with The Real Me. Wow, we came back way too fast, man. Anyways, so, hey, actually, this is another song from my buddies from Depswa. It's called The Way I Am. It's it's on point, man. This is what we're talking about. Is being the person that you are, unashamedly. You represent, and that's really cool. And for all of you out there that are wondering, okay, who the fuck are you exactly? Once again, I am nobody. I'm a child of the universe. I'm here to learn just like everyone else. Wear your tattoos. I don't have any, but not yet, exactly. I'm working on that one though. I figure I better do it before I get too much older. I'm really gonna start looking desperate. So no, but I've already got my buddies working on that one. And it is also representative of things that I've been through, but in a existential way. I think it's never been something that I wanted to. I think more than anything else, I was worried about the effect it would have on my family, and then after that, my work life, working for conservative people. It's like, you always worry. Nowadays, the acceptability of it has gone beyond. So, if you guys are worried about, that sort of backlash, understand that the times are definitely in your favor as far as that's concerned. And especially if you're worried about covering up any sort of past transgression or past bad experience, whatever, whether it burns or, cutting is, surgery, cutting, what an amazing sort of outlet and something that you can really reflect on, especially when you're having the work done, right? There's the lead up, having the work done.
The whole excitement of watching it transform from something so painful and so ugly into something so beautiful. That right there is probably one of the best feelings I think I had ever felt. Just knowing that this is it's disappearing as the needle is just embedding in my skin, And
there you go.
And the final outcome, if you saw pictures of me before and saw pictures of me now, it's unreal. It's literally, you can't believe it. You're just like, wow.